Hello, Scrimblow. How is that sleep schedule, other than fucked up? Gonna hide my starting soon. All right. What the hell am I working on? Got a lot of slag in there. More andesite. Or, ash alloy. Got the most random shit in the most random places. Alright, let's go ahead and come through here. Nope, gotta get closer. Go ahead and deposit everything. Oh! I've got too much ash alloy. Not a terrible problem to have, I suppose. Let's go ahead and just grab a bunch of, what is it called? Bamboo for my planks. Alright, between Mallow and the, Sniffer, it's just too much whining going on around here. Uh-oh. Whoa. There we go. Let's go ahead and craft these into planks. So I looked at my weekly recap. If you're following me on Blue Sky, and if you're not, you totally should. And it seems like most people are watching my Liminal Industries streams. Which I guess makes sense. Well, people are too busy playing Hollow Knight Silksong to watch me play it. And they're trying to avoid spoilers and whatnot. Which is fair. Boom. Hello, Radiative. I decided I would play some more Liminal Industries, since that's where most of my watch time is coming from. And then tomorrow, I'm either going to finish Chapter 2 of Deltarune, or screw around in Voices of the Void. It all depends. I can use this as a wrench. I'm nowhere near the final boss. I'm struggling with the last judge. And I've got people telling me, it's like, oh, the last judge is easy, you just gotta be patient. And it's like, have you met me? Patience is not my strong suit. I'm not gonna say that I'm impatient as hell, but I'm definitely impatient as hell. How do I make more? Chain what's-its and these things. That's not too bad. That being said, I do think all of my large gears are over here in storage. Oh yeah. Well, like, the bench being so far away wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for those, drill bugs. Those things fucking suck. I hate them. Like, I don't know... Oh, I've already got 2 more in here. Hell yeah. I don't know what's up with the tracking on their ricochet, but it's just too powerful. Please nerf. Alright. As soon as I get this over there and connect them... Whoops. I can try to automate more of my shit. Mallow, please stop whining. You can ignore most of the drill bugs. That first one is kind of hard to ignore. I keep accidentally jumping into it because I'm stupid. Ack. But no, apparently, according to people who know what they're talking about, my issue with the last judge is that I'm playing too aggressively. Whereas in phase 2.5, you're supposed to play defensively. Alright, I picked him up. Oh yeah, well, like, basically every boss, if not every boss, and some basic-ass enemies will do 2 masks worth of damage. Whereas that was reserved for, like, super special bosses in the first one. I saw a funny meme, it's like, oh, finally getting a mask in Act 1, so bosses kill you in 3 hits instead of 3. And I'm like, yeah, it do be like that. Alright, my system is on fire, but that's fine. Still got a couple buckets in it. So for those of you who missed my last stream, I've got this thing going. Oh, also I unlocked the ability to destroy walls. But if you saw how arduous the process of destroying walls is, you would know that I cheated to just remove these walls, since that's now something I have the power to do. But I also set up this little frog thing. So basically, this isn't very safe. These frogs just move buckets around. This thing is an infinite cobble generator, which puts cobble into this deployer, which puts them in the buckets, and then they come back around. Or here, let me just put one in there, so we can watch it at work. Until I automate it, I gotta keep feeding this thing manually anyway. Not that it's doing anything, other than keeping the system going. Alright. So go ahead and throw that in there. It comes out, and gets eaten by this guy, sent back to buckets, and comes out, sent out. And then it just loops 10 times, until it's full. And then it bakes over this lava, and then is sent to this dude, who will eventually send it to a system that automatically drains it and pumps it into my blazes. There is that bracelet that makes it to where enemies deal more damage to you, but you do twice as much damage yourself. Although that would make bosses do 4 points of damage, which is just excessive. Alright, so there we go. Bucket filled up. So it cooks over here. And then is put into this barrel. I could put 2 more buckets, but I don't have 2 more buckets at the moment. So my plan is to, over here somewhere, set up the drain system so that I can pump the buckets into my blazes, which I still need 3 more of. So I might as well get those 3 blazes before I continue with my bullshit. Yeah, like a lot of Hollow Knight is just learning the pattern of bosses, but with the bosses doing 2 masks worth of damage for no discernible reason. Like, it's just hard to learn the patterns. I even got all the tells down for the judge. You know what I should do? Is that I should craft this thing so that I don't have to keep breaking fluorescent bulbs. This one here. Blast furnace, machine core, which I should still have. I think I've got all that stuff. Not in there. I'm going to have to make more of these, but that's a later problem. Does look like I'm going to have to make another one of those weird redstone flux things. Also have to figure out how to make a blast furnace. Yoink, I'm running low on gold. There's got to be a way to automate gold. I could also just explore the back rooms further, since I do need more jukeboxes. Boom. I'm thrown out the window when it comes to the... Yeah, SCONG. That's a funny abbreviation. There have been multiple deaths. Oh, I've already got a blast furnace. That are obviously my fault. But I just think that the flying enemies are kind of bullshit. It could just be the crest that I've got equipped. But the upward slash isn't very good. The downward slash is great, so that's probably the trade-off. But with the Reaper crest, I find myself bumping into flying enemies a lot more often than I'm hitting them. But I'm only going into the air to try to hit them. Alright. Yeah, that's everything. As soon as I find my machine casing. This is, of course, going to require power. Here we go. Yeah. Somebody wants me to unlock the Beast Crest and then do some platforming with it. But the boss guarding the Beast Crest was pretty tough. Or I'm stupid. Both things can be true. Alright, I got this thing. Induction smelter. No rewards. No rewards for that either. But I do need this to make fluorescent tubes, so let's go ahead and just grab everything that I need for that. Wrench. Yoink. I need this. Do I have... Here we go. And I need spools of wire. I'm either blind or my wire is somewhere else. It could be in storage. Does anybody know where my non-insulated wire is? Yes, I should insulate it, but... No, here... Wait, no. And then that's the redstone wire coil, which will not transmit power. I'm not entirely sure. I think they just wanted it to be harder than the first game, and they didn't put too much thought into how they were going to do that. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm still having fun with Hollow Knight. But the difficulty feels, like, pretty cheap. Am I going to have to make more wire? Oh, here we go. Definitely not going to need all 4, but I might as well just grab it, just to be safe. Also have to find out what I need to make the tubes. Whoop. I get it, Mallow. You're depressed or whatever. Alright, where do I plug this in? I guess I'll just plug it into the back. I don't know any better. You charging? It totally is. Alright, how make fluorescent tube? I've yet to encounter any glitches myself. Or if I have encountered any glitches, I didn't recognize them as glitches. So they're not game-breaking. But it is kind of telling that one of the first mods made for Hollow Knight Silksong was an invulnerability mod. Like, I wouldn't want to be invincible. But it's kind of interesting how many people do. Where's my glass? That's not what I'm looking for. Really, only 5? Oh shit. Thank you. Oh, I can't eat it. Let's just throw it in the pot. Alright. I think I took apart my bulk smelter. So I'm just going to have this going slowly, the old-fashioned way. Folded cardboard, throw the sand, that in there. Minor visual bugs. If you can see them, they're all visual bugs. SMH my head. I need these. And then I had some more copper wire somewhere. Probably not in here, assuming, based on the fact that it's not coming up. Alright, if I was my copper wire. Here we go. I do wonder if I wouldn't be further if I was organized. Mallow. Like that. What goes here? Should something be there? I guess I'll find out shortly. No, that is making the tubes that I want. So I need more glass. Because I can't keep breaking the lights. In fact, I should probably make a couple tubes to replace the lights that I have broken. Oh, hey! Somebody's out on an adventure. Oh, yeah. I mean, Hollow Knight came out, like, what, 7 years ago? Longer ago? So, like, spoiler alert, but really, only Nightmare King Grim, and then, like, the final boss, dealt 2 masks of damage. So, the most basic of enemies doing 2 hearts of damage is stupid. Like, it just does not feel like a balanced way to make the game harder. Just make the enemies faster, but make them deal a reasonable amount of damage. Does anybody know why I came over here? But only a few. The only ones I can think of are Nightmare King Grim, who I hated. And then, just the Radiants. What are you doing exactly? I do think that my sniffer is depressed. Which is, you know what? Mood. Throw you in there. What's your charge like? Don't have room for another bucket just yet. A lot of environmental damage? What? Which environmental damage does 2 whole masks? I've not encountered that. But you're not wrong. That is kind of absurd. Oh, hey, I found more of my seared brick. Good chunk of them. I'll have to bump into more environmental hazards. I would like to expand this. I probably should. Although I'm using this less and less. Having more space in there wouldn't hurt. How are my tubes doing? I'm doing good. There's gotta be other stuff I can do with this anyway. The induction smelter. It would be a pain in the ass, but it would be nice if I could just take my machines apart. What's the matter, dude? Guy's depressed. Alright. Treated wood planks. Grab these. Alright. I'll be here, just kind of very lazily making progress and trying to automate things. And 34 should be enough. I need quartz. I wonder if I shouldn't automate quartz. How many are in here? 14? Yeah, I do still need one. Because, like, I can never have enough quartz. And I think if I make, like, a little automation system, it would be in my better interest. Like, look, even now I can't find my quartz. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Quartz. I could just be out. No, never mind, I got 21 on me. Alright, smack you in there. I'm currently turning all of my copper wire into tubes. Don't need that many. So it's a good thing there is some copper wire to salvage. How much? 33? That actually works out pretty well for what I'm doing. Smack you in there. And put you in there. I'm gonna have to get this started. Let's see here. I'm going to need my hand crank for one. And my flint. What is my flint and flint? Also, just heads up, I'm wildly opening and closing inventory. Huh. I can make another one, but I would like to stop losing those. Could you do this somewhere else, buddy? I'm looking for stuff. Alright, where is it? Must find my flint. Might as well make another one. Of course, I will make another one, and then the one I'm looking for will turn up. That's how this always works. I wonder if I could use partially damaged flint and flint for making another flintlock pistol. Not that I need another one. I should also avoid lighting that until I've got my hand crank, just so that I'm not wasting fuel. Yoink. Alright. Back. Eventually I won't be relying on this horrible method. I'll try to get some real automation going in the room with the better steam engine once everything is fully up and running. Because at the moment, not a whole lot's up and running. Whoops. It's not going to hurt anything there. Oh, yeah. I stole my stuff. Alright, how do I make another gearbox? Not that expensive. That being said, I do have to go craft it over here since my crafting interface is full of shit. Alright, let's go. I am why I cannot have nice things. There we go. It's up and running. Sweet. You can tell when I switch to mobile. I guess if that's here, it's going to just seize the system. I'll need that back, but for now I'm making these. Copper pipes, fluorescent tubes, which I'm also making. To make the light. And then to make the heavy, but I forget what I need. Other than a bunch more steel. Stop making partials. Give me this. Yoink. Yoink. And yoink. Oh, right. Put that over there. Let's see here. Well, right now I want heavy engineering boxes. But I'm going to need to make a bunch of light and heavy. Yeah, it's not too expensive. I mean, steel-wise, that's expensive. Yep. Can never have enough electronic components. Do I have all my steel on me by chance? Stop pushing the wrong button. Got a bunch of these. That's my pewter. Don't have a lot of steel, apparently. Let's go and start smelting this into glass, just because I like the way it looks. Yeah. I would probably be a lot further in Silksong if I was playing it on my own time. But I also don't want to, like, spoil anything for myself. I could just make a save on another... Well, save. How much Coke coal do I have? Or coal coke? I can't remember what it's called. Coal coke. Surely I've got more than just the 6. Yeah, I need to make more of this. Problem is that creosote oil stuff. Such a pain in the ass. Gonna need 3 of those for something else I'm doing. Let's go ahead and grab a cauldron. These should still be infinite water sources, even with everything going on. Ack. I don't know what, but I got something in my eye and it sucks. Probably just an eyelash. Your eyelashes are so good at your eyelashes are so good at keeping things out of your eye that usually if you get something in your eyelash, or your eyes, it's a fucking eyelash. That was a sentence. My goodness. I don't know if I'm tired or dying. Hopefully dying. Why should I screech? That's silver. There's no way I've used all of my steel. Where the fuck is my steel? It's possible I've used it all. I just find that hard to believe. Although I've been making a lot of strange components lately. So if I am completely out of steel, I should really try to automate my, whatchamacallit, coal coke production. Alright. Hello, Bob the War Crimes. Indeed, Wild Satu. Alright. Let's go ahead and auto-deposit all of my stuff. Woohoo! Everybody loves Coke. Where did I get this from? Put that in there, it doesn't matter to me. Tankards. Put those there. Deep slate bricks. I should really put those back at my house. Did these duplicate themselves, or am I that blind that it was in my inventory this whole time? Doesn't surprise me if I am that blind. Right, put that there. What if I can reset this up? I mean, obviously I can reset it up. There we go. Let's go get a bucket of lava. Even put that in there so it starts working again. Let's go ahead and make it just a bunch of charcoal. I don't know if I can put charcoal in here, actually. Let's check. Hot steel. Maybe. I don't know, let's find out. But real quick, I need a bucket of lava. Which I'll get from my super efficient frog system. Whoops. What is today? Alright, it's only Wednesday. Just double checking. I heard what it sounded like a garbage truck outside, but it's Wednesday and trash collection is Thursday. Alright, put that in. Impregnate a bucket with lava. Bob the War Crimes. You've been spending too much time with Opal. Alright, smack you there. Let's see if I can't remember why I did that. Oh yeah. Bum 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 bum. Let's go. All right, let's go. I think I can turn these as they are into charcoal. Oh, whoops. I didn't even mean to turn those into bricks. I just forgot they were there. Is this going to destroy the bamboo or turn it into charcoal? Maybe I need fire. I'll try this first. It's not like I don't have enough bamboo. Come on, do it faster. Rapidamente, por favor. Break. Come on. Hell yeah, charcoal. Alright. At risk of losing... Oh, sweet, I can't put charcoal in there. I don't think it's going to be as good as coal coke. But making charcoal is painless. Hello, BoGB. And I need more hot steel. One can never have enough hot steel. Yeet the brick. Magician's brick. Hey, BoGB, do you know what I did with all of my steel, or have I used it all? It's possible I used it all. I don't think I did, though. It's not going to be over here. Because I need heavy machinery blocks to summon. The coke coal just requires charcoal. But I'm being lazy. Because turning it into coke coal generates this creosote oil. And, like, don't get me wrong, this is useful. But you cannot keep doing it if it's full, and I am too lazy to empty it. So I'm basically just screwing myself over out of laziness. Brr, brr. Played a bugged video or something. Mariah Carey. Why are you listening to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You? No, Bob the War Crimes. What you do is you bury your Eevee 6 feet underground, and either it digs its way out and becomes the mythical ground type Eevee, or it can't dig its way out and it becomes the ghost type Eevee. Alright, where's my rice? There should be one more of these. There it is. I should build an automated farm, but I'm doing a bad job of automating my power production, which would make an automated farm possible. Although at this point, steel is... What am I doing? Don't put that there. I'm in the process of making steel, which is the main thing preventing me from making the heavy things I need. Alright, let's keep doing what I'm doing. There's no way I used all of my steel. But since I can't find it, I can only assume that yes, I've used all of my steel. Y'all right there, Radiative? Flooferland. I still haven't messed with the settings, so, Mallow is currently whining too often. But it is what it is. Hey, Flooferland, I don't suppose you know what I did with all of my steel, do you? I don't know why you would. Ignore that, that's fine. But I've got to make heavy machinery frames to summon more blazes. That's actually enough, at least for what I'm doing. I only need 3 for what I'm doing, but I will need a lot of them for other stuff. Grab these. How many are up here? 28. It's fine, more than enough even. And then... what the fuck did I do with them? How much juice you got left? 8 folded cardboard? Alright. So, I believe it is this, then this. And then one more. When the emoji auto-converted into a JPEG. I wonder where the one emoji that my channel has came from. Did Twitch put that there, or did Vicar do it? If Vicar did it, that's fine. I just don't know what it is, or where it came from. It's like some weird thing holding a heart. Alright. Put these back away until I need them. Okay, now I need hot steel ingots. Ingots, really? What the fuck is wrong with my brain? Ingots. And then some soul stones. Back. Where's my summoning 101, actually? This would be better if I had the proper book to see. Could you stop digging stuff up? Summoning 101. Lesser summoning. Summon a blaze. Hot steel. Lesser soul gem. Which is 2 redstone, 4 soul gem shards. It's pretty affordable, honestly. Vicar is also they, them. Might not tune into your streams much in the next 2 months. Getting ready this Halloween. Now that is fair. Somebody should make a community Discord server. It's on my to-do list. I just don't know how to make a community Discord server because I'm old. That's not true. That I don't know how to make a Discord, not that I'm old. Because I'm definitely old. Where are my lesser soul gem shards? Alright. Oh yeah, this also requires water. Why does everything need water? Empty hand. I wish I could make these in bulk. Let's go look at the recipe again, just so I don't fuck it up. Oh, it also needs a quartz. Good thing I double checked. Although I might be out of quartz. Yeah, I think I'm out of quartz. Let's go to hell and get more quartz. One can never have enough quartz. I kind of want to set up like an automated redstone into... Not redstone. I need to get like a cobblestone generator. Oh, come on. I gave the game access to more RAM and it still lags when I come in here. It's not as bad though. It was definitely lagging a lot more before I gave it access to more RAM. The mod pack went from having access to 4 gigs of RAM to 10. And so the difference is noticeable. Like I would be stuttering a lot more in here. Alright, how many is that? 35? Good. Nice round 36. Whoop. Whew. Since you're doing something. I'm just making excuses about why I haven't made a Discord server yet. Alright, why are you not plugged in? Smack you there. Smack you there. That is all that it took to plug it back in. I should probably make more cardboard. Although, getting an automated cardboard setup is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Shell of a server? I mean, I would have to make the server so that I'm owner. You can transfer ownership, but I should just make it. I'll leave that doing its thing. I wish I didn't have so much random bullshit taking up inventory. Like, with the exception of this, which always needs to be on my person, a lot of this stuff I don't need to have. Alright. Now, I'm gotta hop up on the cauldron and cook myself into soup. How do I look? Chicken soup. Chicken noodle soup for the soul. Anyway. It is a bit strange that that doesn't actually deal damage. Alright, 2 redstone, 4 soul gems, stir it twice, and then throw in the quartz. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hell yeah. Sure don't need to tell you how many times I've fucked up that recipe. Alright, sleep well, Radiative. If you just want to leave the stream running with your computer on, though, I mean, I wouldn't complain. I don't think I'm allowed to ask you to do that, but... like, if you wanted to do it of your own volition, I will consume your electricity bill. What up? Give me my shit. Alright. I think I only need 4 more of those. What on earth is that? I'm listening in the background. It is still baffling to me that people just like to listen to me talk. I say some really dumb shit. Yes. Give me the crystal. Yoink. Alright, would anybody be upset with me if I killed the sniffer? No, I'm not gonna kill the sniffer. I want to, though. Look at him over there. Dude, what are you doing? Come on, boil. One, 2, 3, 4. Stir it twice. Dude's just making so much noise. Yoink. How many is that? 4? 2 more. Let's also eat some food. I never did find out what was wrong with my auto-fishing thing. Oh yeah! So I would like to play more with that Eidolon magic, which does include animal sacrifice. I'll probably just stick to chickens or whatever, because it doesn't care what you're sacrificing, it just wants the blood. Come on. Come on. I do have to go back into hell, actually, and collect more cages. And I think the cages do also, for some reason, require a steel ingot each. So I'm gonna have to make more of those. Why is everything so expensive? I'm just trying to get out of the back rooms. Although, when stroke if I do actually escape the back rooms, it's probably going to be the end of this series. You cannot post links, no. 'Tis against the rules. You'll have to post it to my Discord server when I've got one. It's not even my rule. It's YouTube. I don't think I can turn it on so that people can post links. And if I can turn it on so people can post links, I'll have to remember to turn that off, otherwise probably going to get some weird shit posted to my chat eventually. Alright, what do I have? I got these, and I got these. How do I make the blaze cage? 420 blaze it. Don't do drugs, kids. Yeah, it is a steel ingot, and then a cage. Steel ingot I'm working on. Let's go grab some cages from hell. Yeah, you can escape the back rooms. Whoop. And so basically, you need to collect all of the eyes. I only have this one, but I have the ability to make a couple of the others. Mostly this one. And so what you do is you find the end portal. In order to get back to the overworld, all 12 eyes must be collected and placed in the portal frame. Only a single room is generated with a portal frame. The room has 4 entrances and an ominous heartbeat echoing from within. If you're ever confused, look back at the quest book on how to obtain the different eyes. The problem is that the heartbeat is the same sound made by the wardens. So I've gotten excited thinking that I found the end room, since I'm going to have to find it eventually anyway, only to be attacked by a warden. Which is not how I want to spend an afternoon. Yoink. Can I have that, please? Must. Thank you. 2 more. Another thing I should look for while I'm in here is that I need blocks of seaweed. As absurd as that sounds, you can get blocks of seaweed pretty much all over the place, and I need them for my kipper snacks. Fucking love kippers, like in real life. You kids ever have kippers? It's basically herring, split in half. They gut it, salt it, and then cold smoke it. Very good, very savory snack. Whoop. Alright, let's see if I somehow got lost. Venturing only this far into the nether. Push comes to shove, I can just open up the coordinates, because I know where the exit is. Alright. Nope, not that way. Here we go, it's this way-ish. No. This way. Yeah, look for all the burning ash. That's a good way to do it. Discord's got templates, so I can figure it out. The problem is mostly moderation. Like, I'm not opposed to making a community Discord. Damn, this burns through my charcoal fast. Maybe that's why it recommends using the other thing. coal coke. Well, not a good idea. I could probably automate the coal coke production. Or at least the draining of the creosote. Darn it. A single one won't fit in my pocket. Gonna have to find that stuff later. But it's fine for now. I'm going to bulk smelt it. It's not hard to automate the crafting of things. Alright, sleep well, Scrum. It's not hard to automate crafting with create mod. It just requires a lot of space and patience I don't have. What are you kids talking about? For the Liminal Industries Minecraft mod that doesn't exist yet? Or the modded server? Yeah, it catches on fire, but it will never burn. So it's not concerning, it's just not of great concern. Of least concern, I would call it. I wonder why I can't automate the bucket thing. I was pumping water into a cauldron before, but when I've tried since, it just doesn't work. Alright. Put these 3 failed ones back in. I'm not overly familiar with Squid Game. I know the basic premise of it, but that's about it. My dumbass would probably die in the red light, green light portion. Alright, let's go ahead and summon some blazes. Actually, I need other things for the ritual. Let's see here. Just charcoal, which I think I've got. Yeah, there we go. Got everything I need for the ritual. I should probably do this away from my house. House in massive air quotes. Nothing over here is overly flammable. Let's go ahead and fix my brick counter. There we go. Oh yeah, my vodka. I forgot, I've not been making any vodka. Anyway. Let's go ahead and catch some blazes. I'll catch the blazes, and then I do actually have to piss. People like it when I announce that I gotta go to the bathroom that way. In fact, I've been drinking water pretty much all day. Stay hydrated. Just be like, I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. Where am I? I think I put them away. No, I know what I did. I turned them into fucking steel ingots. Shame on me. I need that for my ritual. The rituals aren't satanic. How you doing? Yeah, you're good. As soon as I've got this made, I'll actually work on the whole automating that process. Alright, have fun with your ink game. Sweet. I need these. Exactly however much I need. Watch Drifting Home? Is that like Watership Down? Only movie I've ever watched is Watership Down. It's my only basis for anything. I'm joking, but by how much? It's a 2-hour-long movie? That's just too long. That being said, I did watch Forrest Gump at least twice back to back. Taking these shots back to back to back. Do you mind? Hopefully I'm doing this ritual correctly. Because it's too late now. Yoink. Alright. Gotta collect some blazes. This is a lot of work for just a couple of blazes. Normally you would just go to the nether and catch them. In fact, I think you can right-click a blaze spawner, even if there are no blazes active. If you right-click it with the cage, it just kind of pops one in there. Yoink. Ow. Alright. These machine blocks are expensive too. Probably saw me crafting a bunch of them at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, well that's how you get into the back rooms. And I'm not just living here now. I'm trying to get out. I'm just also living in luxury. Gotta make more straws. Unless I made some beforehand, but I don't think I did. Do I have any bamboo in my pockets? Fluorescent tubes. Oh yeah, I remember I went on like a crazy breaking fluorescent tube spree. I should really replace those. Now that I've got the ability to make fluorescent tubes myself. I should. Probably won't. No, I should. I'll put it on the maybe list. That's maybe something I'll do. Is Rabbit.io still a thing? I could never do a watch party on like Twitch or YouTube of a movie. But if you want to just pirate a movie, people used to watch stuff together on Rabbit.io all the time. It's not a crime if it's funny. Alright, we got more straws. Let's go ahead and put this back, since I don't want it taking up space in my inventory. But yeah, if you clip into the back rooms, you'll want to escape. That's how this works. Have some straws. Alright. All of my little buddies are fed. Let's go. Yeah, Mallow, what's up? Do you want to see something funny? Check this out. Ow. Alright, might as well close the loop. I don't need to close it on this side. I'll consider it. Alright. Running out of tubing. Probably figure out how high I need to build this thing first. Let's see, that's built 1, 2, 3, 4 off the ground. Oop. If I wasn't so lazy, building things like this wouldn't be so darn daunting. I'll have to figure it out. But I also have to pee, so I shall return. I'm back. Has it been a minute? Oh, the ad's over. That's right, I'm farming y'all for ads. I've only got 2 concurrent viewers. How many ads would I need to run for the 2 of you? Until I make like $100, which is how much you need before YouTube actually pays you. Alright. I guess I could just screw around with belts and casing. Grab me this. I need it somewhat close to this thing so that I can get the frogs to deploy it properly. Yep. Tell us how you really feel, Mallow. Let's go and grab some lava buckets. Just feed these 3, since they're new. Gotta get them primed. I don't think that's actually the case. Oh, you didn't get any ads because you're subscribed. I gifted you a sub. I don't think I actually get anything out of gifting subs. It just costs me money. Maybe I get some of it back. Right? So if you want to watch me ad-free, you just gotta give me, well, I only get like half of it. We gotta give Twitch $5 a month. So they can give me $2.50 a month. To not shove weird ads down your throat. I'm anti-ad. Like, not I'm anti-ad. Like, I can't stand ads. Block of cardboard. Nope, Scramblo, you're number 1. Can't be number 1 and number 2. Brass. And then I gotta find my particle board, or whatever it's called. Here we go. Give me this. Now I think I need a lever. Sticks and stones. May break my bones. But words can and will hurt me. Alright, success. I made this piece of shit. A threshold switch. Well, let's see if we can't figure out how this works. I've done it before. I kind of want to make 4 more tanks. Although 32 buckets is plenty. Alright. So, power on. It's got 20-ish buckets. And then turn back on. There we go. That'll do it. I'll have to mess with that further. How do I make a clutch? Because that's another thing I want. And clutch is just casing, redstone, and a shaft. I don't think I've got any more casing, though. Let's see here. Barrels. Can I use banana stock? Surely I can't. Yes, Mallow, I know. You're neglected. I'm gonna have to grab a bunch of it. Bring it here for when I've got casing needs. You know, it'd be fun. Who wants to do a multiplayer let's play of Hollow Knight with me? Not Silk Song, but the first one. Let's get a multiplayer mod. Mallow. Mallow, that's too much whining. Probably help if I got redstone on me. redstone, this thing, and you. Clutch made. Yep, there we go. Should be going. One of these has got these. Smack that there. Set you to receive. Whoop. Ow. Boom. You are sand. So let's go ahead and get a bucket of lava and an empty bucket. Right. So up top is full bucket. Below is empty bucket. Hiding in the bathroom, and there's a shooter right outside in game. But at least you clarified in game. Alright. Don't worry about that fire, that one's fine too. Was teaming with an innocent. I don't know if that's allowed. Surely it's not against the rules. What are the rules? Go ahead and throw that bucket back in there. You know, I keep complaining that I don't have a good way to get obsidian, but I could totally just make a drill. Alright. Shafts. Sweet. This one doesn't need to be that long, but the way that it goes is important. Can I get a belt? Not from here, no. Belt? There we go. Alright. Mallow, holy shit. Papa. How does this actually work? I think I need a drain. Or not a drain, but a pump. Yep, fill it with water. I mean lava. Could also presumably be filled with lava. I mean water. Yes, do need pumpage. Which is fine. But I don't think the pump can turn sharply. So I'll have to bring this whole contraption out one. Which will probably look bad. But there's some expectation that if I'm building it, it's gonna look like shit. Also doesn't really be that long. Oh, sweet. That just automatically connected it. He knows what I want. Gotta grab my drain. Nope. Pump, here we go. That's all I wanted. Some of these backroom noises are pretty strange. Whoop. You going the right way? You totally are. I need some pumps. Or no. Am I out of, whoops. I'm not out of fluid pipes. What's going on? Bring you there. Oh, I can't have you there, so... Actually, I think that switching it with this will fix that. Not like that. Stop doing what I don't want you to do. There we go. It's trying to connect things in a way that makes sense. But nothing I do makes sense. Alright. I'm going to have to power that. But I also need this in a constantly powered state. Almost made that same mistake. Alright. Nope, put that back. Yeah, just put everything back. I need to go grab some gearboxes. Probably need to make more, because I'm constantly running out. That's who I am as a person. And these small gears. Do I have more cogs? Yeah, I've got quite a few, actually. Just sitting in my backpack. Ow. I can fly, except when I forget. Might as well turn them all into gearboxes. Don't matter none to me. Yeah, that's where I want it. Put you here. Set you vertical. Mallow, please stop. I know that you whining like a puppy is something that we did purposely, but that's just too much whining. I hear you, baby girl, I hear you. Alright, so that's going. I'm going to need this going a specific way. Whoops. Right, barrel, which I should have. I do wish I would stop pushing buttons. This would be a fun mod pack for a multiplayer server. Because there's also this weird, like microphone and speakers and stuff. So I could do my own radio talk show. Simple radio speaker module. Note block. Probably be expensive to get this going in the back rooms. But it would be a lot of fun, I'm sure. Alright. It's not what I wanted. I mean, it's kind of where I wanted it. It's not how I wanted it. Not like there. Boop, come on. There we go. So if I put a funnel on here, do you think it would pull the buckets out, or does it need to be continued on a conveyor belt first? Yeah, I'm not about that trying stuff before I do it. Bullshit. Does look like I need to make another funnel. Whoops. Let's go ahead and grab that stuff. By stuff, I mean I need... Where is it? This thing. Boom. Ash funnel. It's cheaper than I thought. Baseball stars are very powerful. I'm talking about necromancy and shit. Everyday struggles of an ethical necromancer. Ethecromancer. Alright, I don't know for sure that this will work. I suppose I should probably test it. That being said, my hand crank is elsewhere. I'm not using this at the moment. So let's go ahead and pull it all up. Pull it all up. Yoink. My kingdom for more inventory space. Like Stardew Valley, just let me buy more backpack. Mallow, sweetheart. Mallow, why you gotta be like this? Mallow, where are my chain drives? Or no, gear shifts. I just made a bunch of gearboxes. Probably put them in one of my... Nope, not that one. Here we go. It's a lot of gearboxes. I also want it to be vertical. Like so. Might have to turn this around. Depending on which way it's going. Actually, that is going the right way. Now, if I put a bucket of lava on there, will it dump it out and deposit the bucket? Or will I need more conveyor belts? Which is not ideal, but the outcome I'm expecting. It picks it right up. Fuck yeah, that's what we like to see. 5,100s. I'm not entirely sure how yet, but that does help my channel. I don't know what the reacts are for, but it does count them. Put that back. Where are my frogs? I need another frog. Put that back as well. Frogs. Come on. Fucking bullshit. Alright, good, I can reach from here. So you... I actually don't need a name. I do need a sign, though. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. Fuck. I need to make a sign. Bamboo signs are kind of ugly. It's not that far off. Undertale is on sale. It's like $2. It's not bad. I do need to finish Chapter 2 of Deltarune. And then based on whether or not people are actually watching that, purchase the full game. Yeah, it's gonna take my stuff. I already had a bunch of stuff. I don't know why I'm doing this. Why am I me? Oh, this will also require a lever. Unless I feel like getting extra stupid and fancy and just using redstone blocks. Alright. Boop. You deliver 2 buckets. I need a sign. I mean, not a sign. I need cobblestone. And for more inventory space, my goodness. Quite a bit of ways, but I'll eventually be able to actually make, or get diamond. I just have to start making reality shit. Alright. Boom. So that's picked up by buckets. Who starts the loop again, turning it into cobblestone buckets. And then I need another barrel down here. Fucking mallow. What's the matter, sweetheart? Ow. Alright, trying to do things on a moving conveyor belt is not easy. That's allowed to be upright like that. Ow, my cankles. Alright, have fun at the eye doctor, BoGB. Hopefully you're not blind as shit like I am. But even if you are. Glasses are cool. I've been wearing glasses since I was like 12? No. No, that sounds about right. Which way are you going? Right way. Wrong way. I don't even see an arrow. Maybe it doesn't have one. Mallow. Baby Gorl. Oh yeah, I've needed glasses since I was pretty young. Roughly 12, based on the number I just gave. Alright. Your name will be Cobb Buckets. Whoops. Alright, let's get this loop fucking closed so we can start automating things. Cobb Buckets. And I need another lever. I do think redstone blocks would look better. But this way I could turn it off, hypothetically. I don't need to turn it off for any reason, though. Ick. Turn it on. That will need to go all the way around the loop. Oh, never mind. It doesn't have to go all the way around the loop. It just has to loop around here. Probably would have been faster to just go all the way around the loop. Right, so that should start pumping into here. Oh shit, I'm not powering that. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Bum-ba-da-bum. Come on. Place it, please. Where are my shafts? Shafts. Not in here. Put those back. I like toolboxes. I'm just too unorganized to actually use them effectively. Alright. Oh yeah. You can hear my blazes shoot to life. Speaking of which, what level are you at? It's now level 4. I like watching the buckets. Oh, the packages go around. Look at them. There's got to be a way to tell them to only send off a package if it's actually full. But if there is, I can't figure it out. So there's going to be packages kind of all over the place. Oh yeah, so now that that's working, I also need to make another clutch. The clutch was just a ash casing, redstone, and spiky there. Boom. Whoops. Let's not do that. Clutch. Go ahead and then turn this off. Or I've set this up to where it can be turned off. Sleep is for nerds. Nah, if you're tired, it's probably best to sleep. I never slept when I was younger, and now I'm old as shit. Also receive. Empty bucket in the bottom. I'm going to have to intercept a full bucket before it's dumped out. I'll just be here ready to catch the bucket. Vaikar! Tervetuloa. Or moi. I guess moi is the most common way to say hello. That should be a bucket of lava, and I'm here to intercept it. Intercepted! I'll put it back. I just gotta set this up. Boom! So it's gonna be a while until this fills up enough to turn off. I just want to see if it actually works. That's gonna be doing its thing in the background, though. And check it out, Vaikar. I finally set up my automation as stupidly as possible. I've even got these things on clutches. So they should turn themselves off. But this should always be on. Because it's feeding the blazes. And they're producing 65,000 stress units. I'm too lazy to do the math as to how many stress units this contraption is using, but quite a bit less than 65,000. And as soon as I'm producing higher levels of fuel, I can stress it out even more. I think the first thing I make fully automated is going to be a quartz farm, since I'm always running out of quartz. And I can get small amounts of gold. Which means I'm going to need another one of these igneous things. Which is just a light engineering block and a drill. Let's go and grab the stuff I need to make a light engineering block. One, two, three, four. My crafting grid is still full, because I'm stupid. It is what it is. Alright, this made. I did, of course, let this turn off. It's fine, I just gotta turn it back on. Right. Well, one thing I'm going to need are these. Not those. Do need these. And, pipes. What button did I just push to do that? It's F. Got it. I do think all of my pipes are currently in my toolbox. I will check over here first. No, yeah, they're in my toolbox. But no, if I create like a system, a grid, all throughout the back rooms of these things with frogs. Ow. I could use these frog depots, or frog ports, to load things into a storage drawer, like computer. Which I can then put like a stock link on. Well, that's the stock link. But the stock ticker is what's going to actually put it all together. Right-clicking stock link, placement connected to a network. I can basically keep everything in like a super network of stuff. And then just request it whenever I need it for crafting. That being said, I need one of these. Alright, let's go. Alright. So, light engineering. Light engineer. What the fuck is this thing? A lightning rod. Probably don't need that in the back rooms. Alright. So you. Then you. Then you. Let me double check, because I am stupid. Yes, that is correct. Gotta turn this back on. Block of cardboard. That's the create cardboard, though. So I want to hold on to that. Of course, I don't have storage over here. Don't seem to have cardboard in this inventory. Maybe I'm just out of cardboard. I can make more, it's just a pain in the ass. Could also burn my bamboo. Wait. Nope, that's the block of cardboard I was looking at earlier. Spruce planks. Yeah, I'll go make more cardboard. Oh, sweet. More rice. Even if I don't automate the production of cardboard, because that's a huge pain, I should probably get an automated sugarcane farm going. I would like to make an automated farm But as far as things I actually need go, it's pretty low on the list. Breaking hundreds of sugarcane ASMR. I'll probably use vaults for my quartz/gold nugget farm now. Just be a tiny bit more practical for the smaller system. Come on. This is the part that would definitely be helpful to automate. Do. Oh. Because cardboard is a really good source of fuel. Stop doing that, me. Come on. Alright. I think I left some on the ground over here. Yep. Can never have enough cardboard. Might even be fun to build houses and stuff out of cardboard. Since I'm playing on my own, doesn't matter too much what I do. No expectations. Boom. Spread that out. Alright, now I can get my cardboard burning. I don't know, there's just something really funny about... Oh wait, this isn't even folded cardboard yet. Folded cardboard is good for burning. Smooth cardboard is not. There we go. Now I can get my cardboard burning. It is like 1-to-1 though, so I don't know why folded cardboard is so much better than smooth cardboard. If you need 4 cardboard, or smooth cardboard to make... Oh. Blocked terms. Smart Vicar adding more and more stuff to those blocked terms as they come up with new weird websites. Anyway. Yeah, I got it set up. Alright. Give me these back. Put these in here. I actually don't need that burning for as long as I did. I don't know why I put a full stack in there. There we go. I think I need 7 of these and 1 of these. Let's go ahead and craft a drill. I'm going to need to intercept another bucket of lava. What am I doing? There we go. Drill made. Smack you here. Smack you here. This isn't even the most practical thing to use to make cobble farms. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to flatten some plates. Let's put these on the wall. Actually, you know what? There's no way I don't have iron plates somewhere. Making too much of things is what I do. What are you? Ah, it's just paper. What are you? Well, iron sheets. That's what I was looking for, actually. Probably going to require more funnels for storage purposes. Boom. Item vaults. That is a lot of new recipes. Oh, everything turned itself off when it was full, like it's supposed to. It does look like it turned itself off mid-processing. Yeah, but that's gonna happen. Alright, let's go ahead and build it over here. Something of a super genius. Let's go and just use this corner. Gotta build it higher up than that. Alright. Not like that. Boom! There we go. Connected. Let's go ahead and grab a belt. Although, I mean, I do need belts. Not in there. Belt acquired. I'm going to want one of these to extend, and the other one to be a tiny bit shorter. Like, it doesn't need to be that long. Just depends on which way it's going. Alright. Probably going to need to be taller than this as well, actually. Bring it 3 up. Make another encased fan as well. So much to do. Alright, put everything away. Gotta go eat some food. Actually, no, there's going to be multiple steps to this. Can I blow upwards through a fireplace? First of all, how do I make an encased fan? That's pretty cheap. Let's go and eat some food, make my encased fans, and then figure if I can't haunt upwards. Just normal sentences. Can I haunt upwards? Alright. Let's go ahead and grab my andesite. So much running around. It's a good thing I'm not trying to set up somewhere super far from home. Put everything away for now. Because I'm going to want water for the washing, and then I need to see if I can't bulk haunt upwards. So how do I make a soul fireplace? It's right there. Apparently just haunt a campfire. It's not hard to do. Did this make a strange sound when I picked it up? Put you there. That's going to have to be set on fire. I, of course, left my fans over there, but that's fine. I'll just grab a fan from here. Apparently, I've already stolen a fan from here. You know what? That's a later problem. I'll sort that out. Alright. Might as well go grab the depot as well, assuming it's not been engulfed by lava. Sweet, I could reach it still. Right, set you here. That should be fine. Go ahead and light this up. I can't pick that up. I'm going to have to make another one. It just requires some sticks, a piece of charcoal, which I got, yes, and some logs. Actually, those aren't logs, those are planks. Yeah, that's a later problem. Yoink. So much running around. I do think I would have a lot more fun in a server, though. Not just because I can have other people being smart for me. One, two, three. Maybe I'd forget. Okay, so it is just planks. So that was unnecessary of me. But when have I claimed I don't do unnecessary shit all the time? I've never claimed that, because it would be a lie. Put that there. Light that up. Light this up. Get it pumping. There's a chance it's set to suck rather than blow, but I just gotta turn it around if that's the case. Nope, it's blowing. Heck yeah. Now this doesn't still need to be going. Oh, I had to put a single one in there. I forgot that's what happens if you walk in front of a haunter. Alright. So. Mallow. Put that up there. Let's go ahead and grab my cases. Gearbox. Put you here. Put you there. Maybe a tiny bit further ahead. Or I could just use a really fucking long vault. No, that'd be stupid. Unless... No, I'll just put you a little bit further. It doesn't need to be compact, just has to work. Oh shoot, I almost broke my shit. Could I use a really long vault? It's just going to require a bunch of... No, that's silly. I'll figure it out as I go. Put you there. Encased fan. Put that away for now. Grab my fan, which is not in here. Here we go, encased fan. This is mostly about figuring out if I can haunt upwards. Do have to grab this back. That's not where I want that. Yoink. Going to need a couple more shafts than that. Nope. Move you forward one. Yes, I can haunt upwards. Hello, Voixed Ace. Was that Ace as an asexual? Because if so, same. Welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to figure out what I can and cannot do. I can't do much. My brain will not allow it. Just the name. At least that gives me like a jumping off point. figure out where I want the belt and the vault. Because it's going to be a process. I also need that mill, but I already made one of those. I just don't know where the hell it is. Because that's who I am as a person. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Not how I want you. There we go. Does it need to be that high up? I guess it does. Yep, that's how high up those are. Fine, I'll fix my posture. Also, thank you for the follow. Mallow, could you please stop whining so much? I'm not neglecting you, I'm just busy. Neglecting you. So based on how I decide to do this, that doesn't need to be too far apart. That being said, if I don't feel like being practical... Come on, just place how I want you to. This would be so much easier if I wasn't short. For context, everything looks so large because I am very small. Alright. Oop, not close enough to my other ones. Grab my belt. No, that's funny, because I'm an Avali. Small raptor trapped in a liminal space. Sweet, that works. I wasn't expecting it not to work. Alright, now for the vaults. Okay. So I can put a funnel here. I'm going to need so many brass funnels. Funnel here, millstone here. Funnel there to send it back through. Because I need it to turn into sand. I think I'm going to need this to be one longer. It's fine. Relatively inexpensive. Boop, boo. Also possibly don't need it to be longer? I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, it's now longer. I think I messed this up somewhere. Maybe it can only be 1 by 3. That would complicate things. I'm trying to use a vault to be space efficient. I guess I could just set it up to where it doesn't pick up the sand. That's probably what I want to do. Right. Can I drop things into an item vault from a chute? My day's been alright. It's actually nearly over. It's almost 6 a.m. I do have work tonight. So I gotta be going to bed between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. How about you? How's your day been? I don't worry about that. I actually might have chutes. And then I can see if I can drop stuff into the vault from a chute. Might as well grab the millstone while I'm here. And if I was a chute, where would I have left myself? Well, there's a funnel. I will need those. In case I have to craft more chutes, what do I need for that? Oh, it's relatively inexpensive. I find it hard to believe I don't have any chutes left, though. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I do wish more of this game had a search feature. But now's a good time of year to be tired. I don't know what it is. I work in a hardware store, so summers are always kind of really busy. If I drop you in there, do you end up? Yeah, ends up in there. Now I have to get it out, but that's as easy as attaching funnel. Boom. Yeah, I need a larger backpack. Unfortunately, resources are not easy to acquire here in the back rooms. I'll slap you on there. On reflection, this system is a terrible idea. Actually, it'll stop when it's full, but then it also won't let other resources through. I can always put another one of those sensors on there. I don't know how that would work when it's got multiple items in it, though. This requires testing. Does anybody know what I did with my particle board? Which is not what it's called. Here we go. Fiber board. Yoink. Now I believe it's a lever on that. Whoops. Perfect. I don't know if it's obvious, but I've got, like, horrible ADHD, so it makes my organization not as good as it could be. I'm trying, though. Ah, how are things on the other side of the pond? I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I'm in California. Born but not raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, relaxing, maxing, all cool. No! Anyway. I'm gonna have to get that out. Regardless. If I slap you on here... How do I decide what item it's checking for? I can't specify what item. Dang it. I guess I could always just run this when I need to, but that doesn't sound very convenient either. Speaking of inconvenient, though, let's go grab a funnel. No. I've actually got my own branch, like my own homeworld. It's called Diapalo, which just means ice ball. Surely I've talked about my Avali lore. Are you gonna spit stuff out, or do you have to be powered to do that? Because I can power you, it's just not convenient. Alright, let's power it, because I gotta get that shit out of there. Whoop-a-pow. I wonder if it's too late in this series to just try to get Merple to host a mod pack. So I can get other smarter people. I can't tell if that blocks the haunting or not. I suppose I can just check to see if that blocks the haunting. I did do the posture check, yes. I'm never going to make any progress in this mod pack if I keep having to do stuff for myself. Luck doesn't do anything yet either. I need to learn how Twitch works. Yes, that does seem to still be haunting. Alright. Give me my sand. Actually, you know what? You might as well haunt the lot. So the way this is supposed to work, if I can get it to work... I guess it... Can millstones take full stacks of items at once? I don't know if they can. I might have to use crushing wheels. But I clearly don't have the space for crushing wheels. I suppose I gotta be going to bed soon anyway, so I can test what I'm actually doing in a creative. Anyway, let's go ahead and send this up. Boop. Uh-oh, it's gonna be going the wrong way. I guess this is just to get my stuff out of the funnel, or the vault, though. Yep, spit it out. Did I put a whole stack of cobblestone in there for testing? Presumably I would have just needed the one. Not that I know what I'm doing. Yep, just keep spitting it out. Let's go and slap this millstone on here. Whoop. I need you there. Actually, no, because that's going to require a funnel between each of them anyway. So this millstone system would not work. At least not how I want it to. I can always use more frogs. Just put like a frog here. No, that wouldn't be where the frog is. Put a frog here to send it back to here. So there would need to be a frog there. So that would just send the gravel back to be sent into sand. And then it would continue onward to be haunted and then washed. I guess for the meantime I can see if millstones will accept full stacks. Alright, give me this. I only have the one funnel, but that's fine. Nope, my frogs are kicking back up into high gear. Alright. I'm going to have to power this as well, but that's what we call an immediately problem. How many gearboxes do I have? Are you any good at create mod voixed? Where are my gearboxes? Here they are. Am I out? My gearboxes again. I guess this one's not doing anything, but I need more than just it. Mallow. Gotta adjust how much Mallow whines. Might make more gearboxes. Can't do it in here. That is the actual crafting table. There we go. Alright, rotate you. Ow. I guess I can use these. Just gotta get it moving. There we go. Now let's see if I can throw a whole stack in at once. Because if I can throw in whole stacks, this will be a little bit more smooth. If I can actually get this onto the line. There we go. Yes, it will take whole stacks. That being said, it has nowhere to spit them out currently. But that's nothing that making another funnel can't fix. I'll also take all this stuff with me. It's fine. Wanted to find out what I did with all of my, whatchamacallit. Cured glue. Yep, sniffer. What's the matter, buddy? Sniffer, I don't suppose you know what my cured glue is. Or where. I don't know what happened to that sentence. I think I already lost Voixed. That is fair. Lest thee the lurking sort. Or lest they be. Am I gonna have to cure some more glue? Probably don't want to cure all of it. I'll cure half of this. Slap you in there. No, I can't burn this type of cardboard. Wrong button. Sniffer, do you eat cardboard? Would be awfully convenient if you did. Grab some cardboard. Must get this going. Yeah, what's up, buddy? You having fun? That's all I need for now. You are familiar with Create? How do you automate things? Like, just in general. There is a stereotype that all Avali are engineers. Unfortunately, I am not. Really? You spit them out one by one, though? I guess that's fine. It's not ideal. What if I let it completely empty itself? Okay. So that would still create a bottleneck. Unfortunate. I'm probably going to have to use crushing wheels. Ack. So what I'm currently trying to set up, and doing a bad job of it, is that I'm trying to make a cobblestone generator that feeds into the millstone, turning the cobblestone into gravel. And then it feeds back into itself, turning the gravel into sand. The sand comes over here, gets haunted, turning into soul sand. And then it comes over here. Ignore that the belt is going the wrong way. This is just a proof of concept. And then it goes into a washer and gets turned into quartz and gold nuggets. Because you use a lot of quartz. Oh, it's only got a 12% chance. Only 2% chance of turning into gold. So it's not a very renewable source. Actually, what can I do with the cutting board? Okay, block of quartz. Just break it up. How much quartz do you need to make a block? If it's more than 4, you're getting ripped off. I do think it'd be 4, though. What's this? Earth charge? Pulverizer. What the hell is this? There are a lot of mods in this mod pack that just are not utilized very well. On account of it being the back rooms. If I find my quest book, here we go, pull it out. Oh, that's the last chapter. I'm currently here, working on all of these quests so that I can start making advanced electronic opponents, or components, my goodness. And the reason I need these is so that I can make this thing, the phytogenic insulator, and then finally get some trees down here. And it's taken me a long time to get where I'm at, and I'm not even that close to being able to get the trees that I need. I do have to find out what was wrong with my fish farm, though. Because if I can automate fishing, I will be fine. Like, I can make kippers. I happen to be a huge fan of kippers IRL. So I would like to automate that. Problem is that kippers require seaweed, and you can't grow seaweed. Not the fishies. Fish is primarily my, like, the protein. I will eat beef, but beef is expensive. I don't eat chicken or pork. So, like, in real life, and because of how I eat in real life, in games as well, I tend to eat a lot of fish. But also Yapalo, Iceball, the fictional planet that most of my Avali are from, was just a big old ball of ice with a ton of fish under the surface. That's why Yapalo Avali, or Yavali as I call them, are all, or not all, but mostly ice fishers. A lot of them end up becoming space pirates. Because when there's nothing else to do, become a space pirate. Problem is that to make kippers, you need blocks of seaweed, dried kelp, since you can't grow kelp here in the back rooms. But because I like kippers in real life, I've been thinking of making kippers in the game. It just requires some cod and kelp. Gets you 2 kippers. I don't know if that's better than beef jerky, though. Beef jerky. Actually, I guess it's not mostly made with beef, so it's just jerky. Kippers might actually be better than jerky. Or about the same. I'd have to compare them, and I'm dumb. But yeah, I'm just here in what's supposed to be the nether. It looks like this for some reason. Looking for blocks of kelp. There are a bunch of cool things to find here, though. Like these cannonballs can be melted down into lead. These hazmat containers, radioactive whatever, can also be melted down into lead. There are cauldrons here, which can be melted down into iron. And then there are lodestones, which are pretty rare, but the lodestones can be melted down into netherite. That being said, can I craft things with netherite, or do I need to use an upgrade template? Netherite pick. It does look like you need the smithing template. It requires molten diamonds. Netherite knife. Yeah, so that's going to require some stuff lately, though. Yeah, that's not how you spell Yavali. They use big ice drills, augers. In fact, the society is pretty much built around those big augers, since there's 1 or 2 of them per caravan. They're like big snowmobiles, but with a massive drill for digging through the ice. If I was more creatively inclined, I would come up with like a blueprint for these. Proof of concept. Even just a rough sketch would work. But they also migrate. Mostly because of the ice storms, but also because they don't want to overfish one area. I've got all the Yavali lore. But also it's not spelled like that. Give me a second. Which one of these is Twitch chat? So the planet is Yapalo, which means ice ball, and the Avali there call themselves Yavali. Like this. Well, what's funny though is that Yavali is actually a word. It means ice gap. Or gap in the ice. And so the joke here is that unlike most Avali, Yavali are like cold and distant. That, and there is a great physical distance between Yapalo and Avalon. As there should be. They moved there to get away from Avalon, which is like very authoritarian. It's a meritocracy, but it's not an authoritarian like system. But pretty much it's just an excuse for me to work on my finish. It would be a lot easier to work on my Finnish if I had somebody to practice with, though. But Finnish is not the most practical language to learn, so it's kind of hard to find people who also want to learn it. You know how it is. Lovely language, though. Suomi on niin kaunis kieli. There's Blackstone here, which usually means there is a block of kelp, but I'm not seeing a block of kelp. I suppose that doesn't have to always be what that means. That being said, I am lost again. But who doesn't get lost regularly? It's the Nether. It's for getting lost in. I know the coordinates of where I live. Or my nether portal, rather. I also just gotta look for, like, large amounts of damage. Because if I see a bunch of ash, I know I've been there. Oh, gold nugget for me. There are a bunch of systems in this mod pack that would be a lot more fun in multiplayer. A bunch of stripped bamboo. Oh, here we go. I should probably head back. Just for the sake of my own survival. I can also set up all the resources I require for bulk hunting and washing without needing to automate it. Although the more things I can automate, the better. And quartz and a small amount of gold are pretty high up there on the list of things that I keep using. Yoink. Ideally, I would have a way to mark the kelp blocks I've already collected so that I don't get excited thinking I found another one, but I didn't. I don't know if it's obvious, but I am growing increasingly tired, which is weird, because it's only 6:12 in the AM. Alright, let's head back to the overworld. In massive air quotes. I think Scrimblow Bimblow went to sleep. YouTube chat's been quiet for a while. Sweet. Alright, no more of those. If I'd left them as a block, I could carry more. But like a genius, I broke them apart. Alright, my portal's this way. Don't need those up, since it ruins the viewing experience. Such as it is. Clock block. Which sounds like something else. Well, never tell. I do wish I could melt these down into emeralds. Because, like, emerald storage upgrades are really good. Almost took some full damage there, probably. Oh, here's my nether portal. You can tell where I live because I've been ripping up the floor. Also, everything's on fire. Oh yeah. I should probably try to clean this up. Whoop, whoop. Alright, there we go. I'll fix that later. As it becomes an issue. Thank you, Vicar, for trying to revive my YouTube chat. Oh yeah. Sniffer, guess what? I got you a friend. Although I am annoyed by having just one of these guys, do I really want a second? Hatch that for me. He's trying to hatch it. That is what I asked. How fucked up would it be if the sniffer could actually break the sniffer egg? It's just like there can only be one. I think I've got some cod somewhere. Wouldn't be in here. That's for sure. Whoop. 2 raw cod. Actually, I might as well grab another as well. I can either do a small amount of fishing, or I've already got fish. It depends. Let's see. Yeah, here's a couple cod. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I'm tired, but I also don't want to sleep. Because sleep, and this is true, I checked, is for nerds. See, that sniffer agrees. Put my fluorescent tubes in there for the time being. Alright. I'm still somehow ended up with an uneven number. Do I get 2 cod per thing? It'd be pretty cool if true, because then we'd get 2 kippers. And kipper snacks. And beef jerky. Might as well put that. There we go. Yes. Become kipper. I don't know what I've been doing with my jerky. Let's go put it at the house. And then wonder, what decisions have led my life to be exactly where it is now. Honestly, this place looks so different now that I've opened it up quite a bit. How you doing, my chickens? I could have sworn this is where I was keeping my jerky, but I guess not. Oh, bunch of egg grog. More spam messages. Nope, no chicken. I do have to be careful doing that. Because I have thrown my chicken into the wall, or my egg into the wall, and the chick suffocated. Which is as funny as it is unfortunate. I'm glad that all this is automated now. Nope, don't have anywhere I can put that. So much stuff. Alright. Where are my kippers? Kipper snacks. Damn. I haven't even made any kipper snacks yet. Let's go speed that up. There we go. That'll make some kipper snacks. Kippers! Kipper is usually herring, though. I'm kind of cheating to use cod. Yoink. Let's go and get some jerky going. And it's already done. And possibly went a little bit overkill. Oh yeah, I keep getting distracted. Which is not surprising to any of my regular viewers. Let's go and throw you in here. See if I can't salvage my system. Ow. Kippers are just really convenient. Oh yeah, this fell apart because I moved... Was the water on fire? This fell apart because I moved the encased fan, which makes sense. No, kippers are convenient. Because they're smoked, they stay fresh for a good amount of time. And they're not hard to make. Yoink. I do wish I had a way to store my kinetic energy. Like a tightly wound coil or something. Just wind the coil and then move it elsewhere. Alright. I need water. Also, chat, don't forget to stay hydrated. I actually have water in real life. I just need a bucket of it in the game. I'll probably move my crushing wheel setup to the big main lab now that it's more permanent. Oh yeah, I stole the fucking depot as well. Why do I do this to myself? Yoink. I could just make another depot. They're not that expensive. Here's the depot. Technically, I've already got my haunter. Alright. Go and grab these. Grab these as well. Oh, that's good. Well, I'll eat my kippers. I just made them. Whew. All right. Mallow. All right. Let's go and put you here. Perfect. Wait, no, I don't want that there. Whip. There we go. Perfect. Let's go grab my chute. Don't worry about all that traffic. Just normal backroom sounds. Alright. It's not a very safe place to stand. Alright. I can load this with cobblestone and, whatchamacallit? Gravel. And then I can haunt it over this. Except maybe not, because it's moving too quickly. I'll have to make another depot. Maybe just move my haunter, actually. We'll have to make another depot for that. But while I am just screwing around... Boom, look at that. 3 whole gold nuggets. We're not going to talk about the resources that were put into the making of these 3 whole gold nuggets. Couldn't put the glue here. I will eventually have a better storage system. And if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. No. For my own sanity, whatever's left of it, I really should get around to making a better storage system. Problem is that applied energistics 2 seems like a huge pain in the ass to get into. That's if that's even what that's called. I've watched a couple of guides on the applied energistics mod. It just seems so complicated. Alright, depot good. I'm going to set up my bulk hunter somewhere in here. We should probably set up a bulk washer as well. If I slap one of these on there, which way will it be spinning? Are you blowing or sucking? It's blowing. Sweet. That's what we like to see. Not where I wanted to put you. Perfect. It's not ideal. But for me just kind of screwing around, it'll work. And for our purposes. Educational purposes. Hey, that's where most of my glue is. Let's go ahead and make and then wash 3 more stacks of soul sand. And then we'll concede and go to bed. I need my energy for tonight anyway. There is much work to do. You can put crushers vertically, right? Oh no, this is vertical. You can put crushers horizontally, right? I think so. I just need to automate my production of quartz and gold. Mostly gold. You can? Alright. It'll take up more space, but this is an important system. Not to mention I've got more space over here. As soon as I clear these plates, I can also start automating stuff in here. And I can use these weird chain drive things. Chain conveyors. To move the kinetic energy over that way. It's the perfect crime. Except it's not illegal. So not a crime. But yeah, I can get basically infinite amounts of iron, copper, and one other metal. Can't remember which. Tin? Is it tin I can make a bunch of? Wow. So if I can even get a small amount of gold from my bulk hunting setup, then it's worth setting up. If I let you stand up, you're not just going to walk into the wire, are you? Actually, I took the wire apart, so you're fine. Mallow's got a history of trying to kill herself. And to be fair, there's not a whole lot else to do here in the back rooms. Just gonna haunt that. Let's see here. I do wish I was more organized. Let's go and smack this television down somewhere. Alright. A lot of stuff needs gold. Including, upgrades. I think I've already got a golden backpack. But I can make... Where is it? I don't know what I just did. Well, I can make these as well. 8 times the base value. Those are good. But I'm looking at backpack upgrades. This here. Stack upgrade. By 4. But that requires 8 gold blocks. So pretty expensive. But will help slightly with my inventory nonsense. I can even get rid of this since it doesn't do what I thought it did. Come on. Haunt faster. Rápidamente, por favor. No peas tiquitos. Thank you. Don't worry about Mallow, she teleports. There you are, Mallow. Right, let's go and wash these up. Bring a magnetization. A magnet. Just a mono lens and then golden iron bar. That's pretty cheap. And then monosteel requires a lot of mana, but is also relatively inexpensive. How do I make a lens again? More monosteel. I didn't get any gold that time. But making a ring of magnetization will help me out a lot. Where? Come on. Let's go. Next time I stream Liminal Industries, I think I want to focus on Eidolon or whatever it's called. If I go find my Ars Ecclesia book, which has got to be in here somewhere. Eccentric tome. What is this? Just a worse summoning book. Interesting. Let's go and put that back. Actually, are you the book I can do this with? Yes. And then I can turn it into Ars Ecclesia. There we go. Spells. I don't know any spells currently. Alright, where's Summoning 101? That's actually what I'm looking for here. What did I do with it? Where are my books? I need my books. Could be in my backpack. Yep, there we go. So I want to summon a witch. Here we go. Glowstone dust. Which I have no excuse not to have already. If I summon a witch, and then I throw the Ars Ecclesia book at them. Not the eccentric tome version. I need a proper Ars Ecclesia, which I've got somewhere. Nope, that's just the eccentric tome again. Maybe I only can access eccentric tome versions of Ars Ecclesia. And if so, hopefully the witch can still do it. That's summoning 101. Anyway, if I throw Ars Ecclesia to a witch, she'll teach me the wicked sign or whatever, and then I can start actually doing some ritual magic. What's this? A single gold nug. Fuck yeah. I do have to go to bed. Which means I unfortunately have to stop streaming. Anything you want to tell the people, Mallow? Do you want to remind them that you can be milked? Which is some cursed shit. Alright. So anyway, if you've been hanging out with me, whether you're chatting or liking, I want you to know that you are appreciated. If you're watching this sometime in the future as a VOD, and you've somehow watched the entire thing, you've the patience of a saint. And you are equally appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and call this here. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and visit farewell. Of course, because I'm doing this super animated outro where you can see my Avali, I'm not anywhere that I can properly end the stream. Peace.